guys, so this is week Y for my alphabet superset video. That means that I am almost done, which is really good timing because in about 2 weeks we will be packing up this house, heading out across the country. So that's really wild and that's going to take up a lot of energy. It already is. So I really want to have a clear focus, and what better way to do that than finishing up this 26 video long project I've been working on for basically a year now. Isn't that crazy, you guys? Wow. My relationship with YouTube started whenever I was a little kid, and I really was obsessed with the idea of getting on Ellen. When you're a queer kid growing up in rural Louisiana, you really don't have a lot of like media icons to look up to. Ellen was such a big part of what it meant to be like out and a queer person, a lesbian, and so I had a dream of making like funny videos on the internet to one day get to meet my icon. So I wrangled up my best friends and whoever I could to like start making YouTube videos. The most exciting like time in my YouTube journey as a kid was whenever Glozell commented on one of our videos. I also very much grew up around like Hank and John Green culture of like Vlogbrothers and just like putting a lot of stuff on the internet that wasn't perfect, but just for the purpose of having said something in this world on any given day. Whenever I'm like critiquing something, I really like to think about it as a sandwich. I like to say something good and then like maybe a little bit of a critique in the middle, and then end it with like those delicious sourdough breads. I would say that YouTube has introduced me to a bunch of new skill sets and new ideas. I did something fancy on my car that I would have originally brought it to a mechanic to do, and I watched a YouTube video and I felt very certain that I could do it myself. Oh, changing the windshield wipers, that's what it was. Yeah, so not too fancy, but just alas, like something that I needed to watch an internet video for, and then I could go out and do it, and I just felt so good after. So like you literally can like learn so many cool skills from watching TikToks and from watching YouTube videos. That's something I really enjoy, even especially with like camera gear and learning about tech and like how to use this little camera that I have here. I learned so much of that from the internet. So shout out to all the YouTube folks that create content to help us learn how to do things in our life. I think that you're really cool and you're doing great work. So thanks for the education and the access to knowledge. I also love the part of YouTube that you get so much support. So one of my top videos is about lino cut, and I made a little video about doing lino cut stamps on a budget. And turns out that seemed to be like my best performing video of the whole alphabet superset series. Every time I get a comment on that video and people tell me what that they're like up to, or if they're starting to work on some kind of lino cut project, and this also happened with the sewing video as well, I just was so delighted to like have a little bit of people's lives and them wanting to share a little bit of their lives with me. I thought that was just so sweet. So I just really love like getting tuned in to how people are doing. I think that there are opportunities for connection, and there are opportunities to feel like seen and to also feel senses of like a source of inspiration. And so I both feel that way in watching other people's videos and artists on the internet, and I also really hope other people feel that way with me, that I want to use it as a platform to inspire. So thank you to YouTube for being a source of inspiration for me and helping me get outside and connect with people and connect with land, and learn about it as well. I definitely see the potential for people to get into a microcosm or a micro niche of their thoughts and beliefs and go even further in it. I know that that's definitely a real risk. It's not one I find because I like to watch an array of videos, an array of voices, and keep an open mind. So as long as you're doing that, I think that there's lots of ways to stay safe and to stay your own person. I just really recommend people diversify the voices that they're listening to. If it's accessible, I always believe in going out into the community, spending time with friends outside, in person, face to face, because that's where we truly make such vital connections and feel better about the world we're living in. Anytime I hang out with friends, all of the stuff that I see that's bad going on in the world just feels a little bit smaller. And that's my favorite part of spending time in community. So, and I've used the internet as a source of building that community too. So I definitely know that it can be used for the good in that way. I just want to encourage people to always be around friends the best you can and spread love, and leave a comment on folks' content that you like that encourages them, because it means a lot to know that we are inspiring you to do something really beautiful with your day and your life and your time here. Yeah, I would say another negative is just like the time that it takes. Making YouTube videos takes a lot of work, you know, going into like even editing takes up a lot of time, trying to find the right songs, trying to find the right like cuts to like be most respectful of time, and editing it, all the content that you get down, like goodness gracious, it takes up so much time. And as someone who like hyperfixates, I would say that's one of the biggest struggles for me is hyperfixating on editing videos and not doing anything else that I need to be doing as a real human being for the amount of time leading up to hitting publish. So that's definitely a con. And I think that as I make more videos, it gets a little bit better, it gets faster. I used to spend like forever editing footage, and now it feels a lot less cumbersome. And I'm really grateful for this project for that reason, of just like getting me to learn how to be more familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro, editing faster, and just getting out something without thinking about it for like a week at a time. It can be disappointing whenever you spend that much time working on something and so many hours have gone into like your work to not have the audience that you expect at this point. You know, a lot of people say that the most like the best thing you could do for your growing your YouTube channel and your audience is to post consistently. And you know, I've been posting pretty consistently for almost a year now, and during that time I've gained 100 subscribers, I think. So I'm sitting on, I think, just over 250 now. So it moves up every day just a little bit, and that's really meaningful to me, and everyone that's new here means so much. And I just feel like one day I'm gonna laugh at how hard I thought it was to get like 5 new subscribers or followers. That's why it's really important to pick the videos and to tell stories that you care about, because at the end of the day, it really is for you, isn't it? And it's for you to hold on to, and for you to know that you got to make something with your day and your life and tell a little story that you wanted to tell. So it makes those few viewer count videos more worth it. The algorithm has like shown me several different audiences and has like experimented me with like different, you know, groups of people, and it doesn't always bring me to like the right people and the kindest people. I've definitely received homophobic comments before on my channel. Usually end up deleting them if I don't find them appropriate, which I think is totally within my right to do. And I think it shows respect for my audience too, because it's harmful to read comments that are intended to cause harm, and both for me and for the audience that I want to feel really safe here. That hasn't happened a lot. I won't like, you know, talk about it too much, but it has occasionally showed up, and I just wanted to name that like finding your audience takes some time and like your niche, and it's something I'm definitely still working on and trying to figure out, you know, what kind of people want to be here and who I want to be inviting to this table. And ultimately it's just kind people, curious people, people that want to learn a little bit about, you know, whether it's like the outdoors or crafts or just hobbies in general and things that make life for me like just really rich and really worth living. That's who has a home here. And if you're here and you're listening and you're like, that's me, well, I'm so glad you are here. So after all is said and done, I will say that YouTube is such a promising, fun, and exciting, and even downright whimsical corner of the internet. I have several YouTube creators that whenever we see they posted, my partner and I just are so giddy about our day, and we're so excited to join them on a little bit of their life. I want people to feel the same about me and make videos that people say, oh my gosh, like Claire made a video today, I can't wait to go watch it. Like that's such a joy, a joyful part of like making YouTube videos. I really hope I get there one day where I have a little community of people that's like, it's a marshland video. I can't wait to see what Claire's up to today. I'm excited to see what the future has in store for me on YouTube. I think that that's that's it. If you're new here, my name's Marshland across all socials. I make YouTube videos. I also run a mail club. You can follow me on Patreon and subscribe to my mail club, and I'll send you bird stickers straight to your mailbox. So follow me on Patreon at Marshland if you want to show up there, and make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube videos if you want to stick around. Thank you, YouTube, for all that you've done to make me hope and dream, and to convince me that there is such a fun and exciting world out there that I can't wait to be a part of. YouTube just made me even more stoked to see what kind of shenanigans I can get up to. Make sure to be a source of good and voice of good on this little platform. And if you're here, I'm sure that that's definitely what you're doing anyway. So thank you so much, and love you guys.